is all you need to do.
Yeah.
You just need to remain with your selfless self and just continue to mantra through every experience that's occurring in in your experience, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And know that everything that's appearing on your spontaneous presence is illusion, no matter how rough it seems to be. You know, all the little things, in my own experience with food poisoning, pacemaker, these various things, no matter how it appears, how serious, quote, it appears, mantra, and see that it was nothing and that nothing is actually happening. It makes no difference nor matter if be a mosquito, but I miss out on ultimate value and stay in relative and illusion. Exactly. And I think, like I said, Siddharameshwar Maharaj is just giving like a very strong push. And Ramakant Maharaj says all the time, you don't want another dream. And Nisargadatta Maharaj talks about the reason that this form is here in the first place is because of unfulfilled desires. Because as you're desiring, you're creating the entire world. So as you're desiring in a specific form, another form is created to fulfill the desire. Ask and you shall receive, basically. Another form is created with an unfulfilled desire. Those desires are poured in, and this form goes out and does these desires until it finds that these desires are terrible. I really don't want this. I'd rather have my selfless self. And then spirituality comes. And that's, all these masters are speaking about the fact that it's a precious life. Don't waste this golden opportunity. Mantra, remain with your selfless self. No matter how big the challenges seem, they're transitory. It's illusory. It does not matter to you. And by using mantra and staying with your selfless self, the whole idea of these challenges appearing in your presence is so that you will use mantra and remain with your selfless self through it to invite the attention of the invisible listener that, yes, I must know. I must know myself. I must unzip and take off the clothes of this beingness, this body mind, this who I believe myself to be. I must know.
Yeah, preferably before you're on the deathbed, because then, like you said, I think the coolest thing is the freedom to actually be free of the me. That seems to me like, then you said you can do whatever, because there's no nothing you're trying to prove, nothing you're trying to avoid, because you know that there isn't anybody that has to achieve anything or has to live up to some kind of standard, or doesn't have to buy into anything. It's just the freedom. I think that's one of the main, anyway, for me anyway, just speaking for the this body mind.
Yeah, there's just seeing. There's nothing behind this seeing.
Yeah.
You're not presenting anything. When you have the world, you have this form, you present this form. You dress the form and do the hair and all this kind of stuff to present this form. But you're not presenting a form because there's no idea. And yet still, of course, you'd be showering and doing hair and all this, but there's not that self-consciousness. It's just this seeing. You don't really you're not thinking about the fact that you have a body or that you're in a body. There's just seeing. And then the interaction with other forms is totally just because you're not trying to present yourself. There's no self being presented that's creating then this two self concept.